Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking equestrian age characters, which recently we have come across a lot of weaponry. And today is Crossbow. That looks like this. Um, this is actually AI generated. I'm not sure how realistic that is. I did some cross-checking with the real crossbow, similar structure with this handle at the bottom. Okay, we'll come back to that later. But a crossbow um, is a type of bow that's more powerful. And we can see simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese look exactly the same. Um, and 2,000 years ago's dictionary, okay, has a little bit more curvature and details. And if we will unpack even the contemporary Chinese, they all come with three parts. The top left is a woman symbol. Top right is your right hand, three-finger hand symbol. The bottom is the bow symbol, the bow structure. You know, bow is kind of letter three, or I mean digit three with the bow on each side. So because it's a crossbow, obviously we need to have a bow to categorically define what the item is about. And the crossbow, the more powerful bow part, is defined by this female figure next to hand symbol. Okay, the top, the female plus hand actually means female slave. In ancient times, apparently, battling between villages and then you capture slaves. And I guess you capture both male and female slaves. And I guess female slaves as domestic servants or farm hands could make sense back then. So, and we use, and probably they were easier to control, right? Less risk to manage than male. I mean, I'm just guessing by logic, um, embedded with, gender stereotypes. But we have the three-finger hand symbol, meaning the slave owner or whoever manages slaves. So this symbol next to female figure to make it like not a free female, but it's controlled by somebody's hand. So this slave figure next to the bow make it more powerful. How so? Okay, I can only deduce because we have another character that's nu, exactly the same sound, but switch out the bottom bow icon to a rake sign. So the ancient rake sign, Chinese use that to symbolize muscle power because it's the major farming tool and it's a demonstration or association with this farming tool that you got to be powered at the beginning before you use livestock as farm animal to help us improve the output. We have been using muscle power. So that farming tool associated with muscle power together with the same female slave icon to mean you're making a lot of efforts. So to me, female probably doesn't mean gender-wise as is female slave only, but the right side three-finger hand symbol plus the female figure together, that means slavery or slaved force. So that means it's a kind of a coordinated multiple forces, kind of like a free workforce for you, right? Because they are slaves. So with that, gives you kind of a multiplier or almost like a free muscle power sense. So that paired with bow symbol means it's multiplier of your muscle power there exerted on the bow. And how it works would be, okay, I hope I'm right. I'm not weaponry expert, but this thing is called a stirrup that you step in your foot when you apply the string. You try to pull the string up onto this hook, kind of load it before you trigger it. So this loading it's obviously preload before you get it ready before you need to use it. And the way you use your foot to do that, so that you free both hands, you can use both hands to lift it up and preload it. That's why crossbow is more powerful. And also you don't shoot kind of improvise shoot. You kind of aim, get it loaded ahead of time and shoot. And that way it's more powerful. Okay, so we have a few expressions. 良将劲弩. So we're talking about both the army and the weaponry here. 将 is the general. We're talking about you have an excellent general who come up with good strategies, and then 劲弩, you have powerful crossbows. So both weaponry and the leadership guarantee almost that you're going to have a bigger chance to win the war. 伏弩射杀, okay, is another expression from ancient books that we no longer use in our contemporary language at all because that's past tenses. Hide the crossbow and shoot to kill. So this apparently is one of the strategies because crossbow is probably ancient times longest projectile before we have missiles, right? Long range weaponries. Crossbow can be pre-positioned to a higher ground and hide, and then therefore you can shoot at the army with lowest cost to yourself, lowest risk to your own people, and then you can shoot and kill. 强弩之末. This is the only commonly used among the three. This expression 强弩之末 means even if as powerful as crossbow, right? When it's at the end of its trajectory, it's going to lose its power. It's not that powerful anymore. So here we're talking about a sphere of influence. It's not going to be constant. It's going to diminish at some point. So 强弩之末 talks about almost the end of a powerful entity. Being it with a person, with enterprise, with country, we can use that on all kinds of entity. So 强弩之末 is a comparison to give us a visual. Like even if you're powerful, but because it's the end of your trajectory, that's the end of your power or power influence. So that's 强弩之末. Here we go. Crossbow. Thank you for your time. See you another day.